Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 2, draft 2 of the Thunder Junction Arena Open. In this draft, if I can get to 4 wins before 2 losses, I will win $2,000. So full try-hard mode, and it's coming off the heels of a really successful draft 1 that you should check out, even though you probably have a bit of a spoiler as to the result. Anyway, we're going to dive on into the draft. But before I do that, if you do enjoy this video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more, and comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. But let's get to it. Welcome. We have opened our first pack, and we see a couple of rares that I don't really like playing. I don't think Fell the Mighty is playable. I have tried it. I just don't think it's good. Fibblethip I also don't think is playable. So 2 rares, but swing and a miss on that front. However, we do have some stuff. Rambling Possum is a very nice uncommon. I think it is better than Trash the Town. Trash the Town is good, but it stumbles a bit when you're behind, and just having good creatures that can attack for 4 as 3-drops and also like reset ETBs is very valuable. So we're going to take Rambling Possum here. If I wasn't taking this, I think Trash the Town is the next best card. And after that, I mean, the pack falls off a cliff. I think Holy Cow, Dance of the Tumbleweed, Treasure Dredger, Loan Shark are all a kind of similar power level. Probably Loan Shark last in that. Actually, no, maybe Treasure Dredger last. I don't really find a use for the Treasure. The Soured Springs can be good as well. But off to a solid start with Possum. It's like middle of the road first pick. Interesting. Wow. The person passing to me, I can't imagine a red card at the... It looks like they took a common? No, there's... I get confused now because of all the variable slots. But there's a Scorching Shot and a Magda. I can't imagine many packs where I would take a red card over Magda, and Magda's quite good. You just get treasures, which can help you snowball the game, and you can eventually sack treasures to create a Scorpion. Yeah, red-green is an archetype that I'm totally happy drafting, and if I'm getting past Magda, Scorching Shot, also Bristling Backwoods, but there's no chance that wheels. But if I'm getting past Magdas, then I'm totally happy to accept them. They could have opened, like, I mean, there's already 3 rares in this pack, so they don't think they took a rare over it. So I think Magda's a pretty nice signal that red might be open, or the person just really doesn't want to draft it, which means if I'm getting all the best red cards, maybe I can make something happen. Though, of course, we are by no means committed to red just yet. Okay. Pick 3, we already have an interesting pick. As we already said, red is probably going to be open here if they're passing us Magdas. I in most situations here, if there wasn't like a good card, I would happily, like, I would consider Bristling Backwoods. I do like to stay flexible early, and this is kind of like taking a gold card, because you will play half on color treasure, like ping lands, if you have Magda and some other crime stuff. We don't really care that much about them, but here we're going to take Throw from a Saddle. It's really, really good with Rambling Possum. And even though I like Cunning Coyote, I think Throw from the Saddle is premium here. Coyote's a fine pickup. I honestly think that Bristling Backwoods might be better. I'm probably going to wheel some of these Peddlers. I've not really liked the Contractor, because if you're playing a fast matchup, you don't really want to be able to do that. And then it's a 3-mana 3/2, which isn't good, but happy to take Throw from the Saddle. And now the best card in this pack is Skewer the Critics. There is Drover Grizzly, which is good with Throw from the Saddle specifically. I just don't find that I need to prioritize 3-drops. I find that I get them already, and I like having Skewer the Critics. It's nice, cheap interaction. You can get some stuff to work with it. It's the best card in this pack by a decent margin, I think, just on raw power level. Like, format ambivalent. Like, red might be a little bit weaker than other colors, but still, I like this card a lot better than Drover Grizzly. Drover Grizzly is like one of my personal cards that I don't love that much, just because I don't like that if they have a 2/2, then your 3-drop trades down. Some people like Raven. I do not. But yeah, Skewer the Critics is a pretty easy pick here. Back and forth we go. Okay, now we have another interesting pack. I like Wolverine as like a 5-drop type card. I don't like Reckless Lackey. I think Varmint is a totally fine, like, one of. I'm not committed to playing green, but 2 of my best cards are green. And this pack is weak enough. Like, I don't think Wolverine is like a must-take type card. I think Varmint is a totally fine 2-drop. And when in doubt, I often like to take the 2-drop so I have more flexibility later. Because if I'm playing like a red-green beatdown deck, I'll want to have like 5 or 6 2-drops. And this one can get the job done. Even as a sideboard card, it can be good. But I think Wolverine would be my second pick out of this pack. But overall, that pack just wasn't anything too special. Now I will take Bristlepack Sentry. Remember, I don't have to be red. That's another thing. Like, I have 2 red cards, but we're not seeing anything too spectacular. There is an Essence Capture here, but just taking the green cards gives me flexibility down the road if I open something good in pack 2. By taking this over Essence Capture and then a whole lot of nothing. So now the best card is probably Emergent Haunting. It just doesn't play well with my green cards that I have right now. And so I think I'll take the 1 copy of Wolverine. I do think red-green is solid. And Emergent Haunting is like good in some decks, but it's better in the decks that are like heavier blue than the decks that are like heavier of another color. This could be a gift. This card is pretty good. You can just play this in your 2-color decks when you care about having some deserts running around for your Cactarantulas or things like that. I don't like the Ambush Gigapede very much. I don't like Fury very much. I think Bighorn is a fine card, but I like Conduit Pylons. I think it's just a fine card to play in your 2-color decks. Then we wheel Lone Shark. We also wheel Iron Fist Pulverizer. I'm going to take Lone Shark. I think I don't mind playing blue, and Iron Fist Pulverizer is not a priority for me. Like, it's a card that I cut frequently from my red decks. So we got Discerning Peddler back. There's also a Forsaken Miner, but I like having a copy of the Peddler. I think it's a solid addition. Helps you avoid flooding, which is important. Maybe we'll use this as a sideboard card. I don't like these other ones very much. And see, we got the Pulverize anyway. I can never imagine wanting to play multiples of those. I'll take the Lackey now. So red-green is looking like where we're at. Okay, does this change anything? So first of all, Rush of Dread, great black card. We don't have any indication that black is open or need to jump into black here. On the other hand of things, there's Electro Dominance as like an X spell. So like if you cast this for 3, it's like fine. But Stubborn Burrow Fiend is a really, really good 2-drop. Great aggressive threat. That also just plays well because I have a lot of creatures. I think, yeah, 8 creatures. This thing's going to be huge. It plays great with Throw from the Saddle. Gives me my 5th 2-drop. So we're going to take that here. Not going to try to switch into black. Prickly Pear would be fine, but not going to try to do that. I could see an argument for, like, maybe red. I mean, maybe green's going to get cut because people like playing green. Maybe red's going to get cut because we did pass some good red cards. But we got to just take what we're given here. Okay. Not the most absurd start to a pack. I think the best card here is Getaway Glamour. Take out the shield's fine, but Explosive Derailment is a solid removal spell. You do want removal spells. I have the 2 right now. It's good with Magda. You might wonder why the Wolverine's in the 5-drop slot. That's generally when I end up playing it. It's like the last card I get out of my hand a lot of the time. So far, so good this draft. We don't have anything overwhelmingly broken in terms of power level, but we have like some solid things. This card plus Discerning Peddler is a little engine in the mid to late game. We've got a Throw from the Saddle, which can really combine well with an early mount. I doubt we'll end up playing this Reckless Lackey. And we still have plenty of time to go in this draft. One of the things I like is that I already know that it's not going to be a train wreck. Like this deck, I can already see it shaping up as how it will win games. Most of my cards are on color. They're all pretty solid. Okay. Grindstone, that's funny. Now, Slickshot Lockpicker is really good, but I don't think we're going to switch into blue. I guess I don't have that many good green cards. It feels like it adds some needless risk to my draft to switch into blue. when there is a card like Dance of the Tumbleweeds, which I like as just a top-end card. Deadeye Duelist is another card that I like in these decks, especially with Magda. Again, I don't need to prioritize it because I have all these guys, but I think I'll just take Dance of the Tumbleweeds. Beautiful. We get a Savage Smash. Happy to take this over Jagged Barons, even though Jagged Barons might wheel. We don't want to take that risk. Seeing some good black cards. One giant trap you can fall into in Limited is switching colors in Pack 2 without having a compelling reason to. Like, sure, I could switch for a good uncommon into blue, but it just destabilizes my draft for no reason. Pack 1, red and green were the most open, or at least red was. Green was solidly open. And if I switch in Pack 2 for like random uncommons, then I'm going to get messed up in Pack 3 when black is once again not open. Similarly, blue I don't think was very open. Legendary creature. I don't have any legends. Oh, I do have Magda. But I'll just take the Spinewoods Paladin. Just a sizable creature. This is often like going to be a 6-drop for me. We'll just group it in with the expensive cards. I don't mind a Roadrunner. I think it's better than Peddler. Just hits for more damage faster. I might not be a Bristlepack Sentry deck. This is more of a defensive card if you can't enable it. The Reckless Lackey's probably not making it. The Bristlepack probably not right now. My deck is starting to balance out in terms of its creatures. Beautiful. I do like having a Deadeye Duelist. I think Tornado's fine, but Deadeye Duelist is so good with Magda. Adds some inevitability, forces your opponent to deal with it. And it ends up being just a really nice role player. Definitely a 2-drop I'm happy to play in these sorts of decks. Now I'll take another Wolverine. I think I'd rather have Wolverine number 2 than Peddler number 2. I'm probably going to wheel some Peddlers anyway. Red is looking very open. Okay. I could potentially... Okay, I'll take this Bandit Hall. Now I have Bandit Hall, Dance of the Tumbleweeds, and a Conduit Pylons if I do want to splash something. I will take Vial Smasher, because if I do open a good enough black card, I could want to dive into black a little bit. I don't know if I ever want 2 of this card, but I will take it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sometimes I'll pass late cards to send signals, but you never know what you'll want to switch into in these spots. Okay, so I didn't open particularly great packs. I think that's fair to say. But we can still compete with these, which is what we need. Cactarantula is just a rock-solid top-end card. I don't have a lot of deserts, but I don't want to switch into white for a Journey to Nowhere. The only red card is this one. And Cactarantula fits the bill. Do I have a lot of instants and sorceries? 1 instant, 4 sorceries. Do I want just random equipments? So that force them to deal with my guys in combat? Or do I want just an Eroded Canyon? My creature count is high. I think this card's going to be good in my deck. I don't know about that. I don't have experience with it. Well, this is a huge blessing. This card is incredible. Getting this 3rd pick is wild. The other thing is I have the Cactarantula, so that makes the deserts better. And I have the Magda, so the desert has like upside for my deck, but I feel like this card could be really good, especially in the right matchup. Scalestorm Summoner or Clear Shot. I think I'm just gonna take Clear Shot. Clear Shot is really, really good. This card's really good too. But leaving 2 red cards in the pack means I might wheel one of them. I don't know. I think Clear Shot's excellent. Now trash the town. Dance of the Tumbleweeds. So my creature count's decent. Or I could take Gold Rush. I think I'll just take Dance. I like Dance. Do I want full steam ahead? Probably. For the sideboard, at least. I mean, I already have like a playable deck. This is a totally playable combination of cards. Five. Okay, my instance and sorcery count going up actually makes this a lot better. So do I want Patient Naturalist, Prickly Pear, or Dance? I think I'll take Patient Naturalist. I already have 2 dances. And Patient Naturalist is really nice to help make sure I hit my land drops. I don't think I want this card, but I could see maybe wanting extra life gain in some matchup. I don't think I'll ever want 2 of these. Yes! Oh, it's that kind of day. Oh my gosh. I had a feeling I might wheel a red card. Somebody took the desert over that. Maybe for a white deck, but let's go. Oh my gosh. I got Clear Shot and Scalestorm Summoner out of the same pack. What an excellent situation. Okay, so I don't want any of these. This card could be a consideration. This card could be a consideration. I don't think I want this. I think it's 17 lands. Colors fairly even. So 881 seems okay to me. Again, these are kind of expensive cards. I think I can cut the Pulverizer. I have plenty of expensive stuff to do. Creature count is at 16, but then it's even higher because these are like creatures as well. So I think I can cut some of my random junkers. Bristlepack Sentry's good on the defensive end of things. I don't know if I need Deadeye Duelist. Magda, probably going to be more of a ramp tool than anything. And Peddler is good for if I want to start flooding out with all my ramp. Creature count still at 14, 15, 16. I like this deck a lot. I'm excited to play it, and I think this is going to be the build that hopefully takes me to $2,000. This is going to be a great sideboard card, but I think I'll just try to overwhelm them in the first game. And I'll see you folks in the matches. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support the NicolaiBolas channel at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patrons are the ones who contribute directly towards the channel so that I will be able to make as many videos as I do. They gain access to some cool rewards in the process, like my tier list for each set and things like that. But fundamentally, Patreon is a place to support the content you enjoy so it can continue being made in the future. And for that, I am very grateful. I want to give a huge shout out to those who support at the credits level. It really makes a big difference. And without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round number 1. Playing first. Unfortunately, we have to mulligan to start things off. But we can keep this. Certainly can keep this. Keep this, and then we are going to ditch the Wolverine, I think. Hoping to hit 1 land drop here. And then this combo can help us find the rest. Green, white. Sure. You might be wondering why I made that trade. The reason being is because I don't want them to have a throw from the saddle of their own. No need to bounce it. I've lost Calamity, but that's okay. Plenty other good cards in the sea. Okay, I have a Voracious Varmint as well that could be good here. Peddler's going to do some work here. What do they have here? If they have a board sweeper, then they have a board sweeper. Okay. Maybe I played this too conservatively. Sure, Bighorn. Why are they playing blue? So they have a clear shot. And a gold rush. And they're playing blue for some reason. Just another big guy could be good. Just gonna bring in another big creature. Maybe that's something my deck is already good enough at, though. Definitely a keeper. Got my 1 desert to go with this. Gonna look for a mountain here. But I am gonna keep that. Sure. Miss, 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 miss. Yes. Huge draw. Absolutely massive. I think. Just gonna replay this next turn. Just do this while they're tapped out. If I draw a land for Cactarantula, I think this game might be over. Still gotta make sure I focus up, make the right play every turn. Don't want to miss damage by doing too quickly. Okay, Mystical Tether. Gotta take out the Cactarantula. I will draw a card, thank you. Boom! Got the win. Huge. Huge win in round 1. See you folks in round 2. Welcome to round 2. This is an easy keep. The Discerning Peddler makes his hand a lot better. My opponent already mulliganed. I'm on the draw. Mountain, sure. 2-drop, 3-drop, 6-drop, or whatever. Just getting him out there. So if I play this turn, I can play Cactarantula next turn. Which tends to be really good in this matchup. But my instinct says this is better. Because if they do have like nothing to do this turn, or they tap out for something. Yep, sure. So Cactarantula is going to come out now. Poorly tapped by me. I should have left green up. I could have killed this thing. I don't know what they're doing here with their mana. Milling to make this guy bigger for the future. Sure. Okay. I was trying not to be too impatient there, but they would have tried to kill the stubborn Burrow Fiend at that point because they were deciding to chump block. So they have an explosive derailment. They have a trick shot. And that's what we've seen from them so far. So derailment doesn't line up well against this guy. Trick shot does fine. I don't think this is a full steam ahead matchup. Definitely not an artifact matchup. Maybe I take out my Sword of Wealth and Power. Because if they nab that with an explosive derailment, it's pretty bad for me. Is it worth the gamble? I don't think so. Great hand. What a beaut. This is actually a key turn here. What do I want to play? Do I want to plot the Wolverine? Do I want to play this and saddle up? I want to play this and just attack. They might be color screwed. I'm gonna get in the damage. So I have a decent chance of hitting a land, but I think I'll just... Trying to get this Calamity down. They have their second color. Nice. Got the win. Oh my gosh, 500 bucks! Let's go. See you next round. Welcome to another round. On the draw, we'll keep this. We have kind of both of our colors. We've got time to draw lands. We'll just save this until the last possible turn that we might miss a land drop the following turn. Sure. So Badlands Revival, eh? Currently, I'm planning on blocking the Varmint with my Burrow Fiend. Because this guy, when you're mounting up, it's a very aggressive move, and I'm on the back foot right now. That was pretty good for me. I'm just going to use this giant tumbleweed to win me the game. Sure. Bristly Bill, sure. I have to find a way to kill Bristly Bill here, or things will get out of control. Loco, as they say. So I think I have one more draw step to kill the Bill. This double encounters gets out of control quickly. I did punt this because if I had done it differently, I could have done both things in response to each other. Okay, they have more in the surprise. Yeah, I think this game's over probably. Bristly Bill's a beating. Especially with Snakeskin Veil backup. Weird attack. Come on, Savage Smash. I don't have the train car card in here yet. They're making some strange plays. So, what cards do they have that I know about? They have Clear Shot, Veil, Betrayal at the Vaults. Did I already mill Calamity? Because if I didn't, I think I have a shot if I top deck that, right? Because if I had top deck Calamity, copy this thing twice. Okay. Okay, this game. Let's just save my thinking time for something more important. Is Bristly Bill an outlaw? It's a druid. So this can kill a Bristly Bill. This card also seemed like it could be good in those spots. Where we both just have a bunch of big creatures. They have double Tumbleweed Rising too. Seems bad here. Sword of Wealth and Power does seem good. And that turn with the Wolverines was pretty solid too. I don't think I'm going to need the Voracious Varmint. I could have brought in Caught in the Crossfire, but it kills a lot of my own guys. This is a sketchy hand, but I think you got to keep these sometimes. If I draw one land, then I can plot the Wolverine. Oh, and the truth. Sure. A good draw. They're going to have 2 giant creatures coming up soon. Like if they play I guess they didn't have a Tumbleweed Rising. I mean, they have this one. They don't have the ramp one. So they want to reanimate this or something? Yep. Now I will hold up Clear Shot instead of the Wolverine. Next turn I just want to go Calamity with double Spinewoods. Sure. This gets wrecked by their Clear Shot. So this is a gamble. Was the gamble worth it? I knew they had a Clear Shot in their deck. I could have let them have a 4/4. Would the 4/4 have mattered? Yeah. Man. That's game. Can't help feeling I messed that up. I don't know if I had a better... the Tumbleweed Rising. They could just have a 4/4. It's fine. I have my 5/4. I win the game if it works, though. Because then they have no board state. They have a 2/2. So it was a gamble that could have paid off. Because the next time I jam this guy. They would have been able to have the 4/4. I play Calamity. I try to crew. They kill the thing in response. I think I could have lost that game to a Clear Shot anyway. Clear Shot was going to be good against Savage Smash. Tough loss. Welcome. We've won the die roll. We'll play first. Keep in mind, we also lost the die roll that game. We'll mulligan. We'll mulligan. Keep this. We don't have the need to filter the stuff here. He says no need to filter lands away when he then draws 2 lands in a row. Dang it. Well, that's why you play best of 3, so that you can mulligan to 5, draw terribly, and win the next 2. Just normally when that happens, you're not playing for $500. I can still win this game. I just need to draw my my ramp spell. So they have a Desert Stew. Ambush, Gigapede. Okay, they're splashing Jolene. Mourner's Surprise. Yeah, that's game. I can't really put that much into that game because of how unlucky I got. I will say Caught in the Crossfire seems pretty good here. Any artifacts or enchantments that I saw? No. Yeah. I have to keep this. They're mulliganing this game. Gosh, I hope I draw a mountain or a playable spell. I guess that gives me a lot of outs. Like, that'll be good if I draw a lot of my cards. Sure. So far, not good. If I draw only unplayable spells this game, I'm going to be so sad. It would just be such a devastating way to lose. I'm sure you know what I mean. These are both rogues, so each outlaw. At least it's something. I'm not going to go both games without casting a single spell. It's just so brutal. Oh! But can't focus on that. Focus on the game. Man, it's funny because I feel so smart because Caught in the Crossfire is going to be amazing here. But it might not matter because I have not been coming up clutch here with my land draws. Like, if I draw a mountain this turn, it would be such a saving grace. Please, deck, give me something. Oh, why? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is... I worked so hard to play really well all day, and then I just get absolutely... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's the worst $500 I've ever won. I mean, I normally would be real happy, but... What the... I mean, it's great, and yeah. It's just... Feels so bad. My deck is great, and it's not even like... I would have been fine if I'd lost, like, games, but I mulled to 5 and got screwed by drawing all lands, and then I kept a 4-lander and did not draw spells that I could cast, which I guess is the downside of playing one copy of Trash the Town, and then 1 6-drop that I can't cast. No, 2 6-drops that I can't cast. Just lovely. I mean, it's not like I don't have outs. I have any land. I have Dance of the Tumbleweeds ×2. I've got Patient Naturalist. I've got plenty of draws. Discerning Peddler would have been fine that last game to maybe help me find stuff. I don't even know. And then the game before, I didn't play around Clear Shot. Though, to be fair, I was thinking about it. I think I was kind of in rough shape if they did have Clear Shot no matter what. Because they can Clear Shot my Spinewoods Paladin in response to my Calamity. And then they had Betrayal at the Vault to, I think, maybe get me from there. I don't know. Well, no use pining over it in the video. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag what's a good hashtag for this one? What was our key card? Can't even identify one. I'm blanking. Wow, my deck had a lot of good cards in it. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, leave hashtag success, because I would say this is a successful event overall. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. If you did like the video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more, comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. And you can support my content on Patreon if you would like to do so. That's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.